Chalo. Can we start once again, everyone? So, how was the break? Break is always good only. I know what you do in break. We always wait for break now, and break is required to break what? Break is required to break what? Break is required to break what? Huh? Sir, break karo sir. Pढ़ाओ sir. Chalo. Now, coming to once again the chapter. Now, what we have done till now, that we have understood the journal entries in the books of art, in the books of drawer, and now also we have done in the books of drawing. One doubt came, sir, whenever you do journal entry in the books of drawer, why you start with the journal entry of credit sales? Means when I started this chapter with credit sales only. Means without that transaction, bill transaction is not possible. Understood? Means if you see the last class, the first explanation of this chapter, if you remember, we started with the definition and I started this story. I said Ram, Sita. So Ram has sold goods and Sita has purchased goods. Means first this transaction should be there. Means there should be some trade transaction between Ram and Sita. Then only they can enter into what bill transaction. Without credit sales, can I say there will be no invoice? If there is no receivable, if there is no receivable, so there is no need to convert into negotiable instrument now. So can you see because there was some receivable in the books of Ram from Sita due to which transaction? Credit sale transaction. So first Ram will do one journal entry Sita account debit to sales and then we need to convert that Sita means amount receivable from Sita to bills receivable. This is the objective of the chapter. See, Sita, when I am saying Sita account or debtor account, that represents an amount receivable from Sita, but against invoice, and that invoice was not transferable, non-transferable, means it cannot be endorsed, it cannot be discounted. So, objective of this chapter is to convert to negotiable instrument so that it can be endorsed, it can be discounted. Agreeing, this is the objective that we convert invoice into some negotiable instrument which can be endorsed or which can be discounted. Are you getting what I am saying? So because of that reason, first credit transaction and then conversion transaction to bill. So first we have the debtor account debit to sales. Then what bills receivable to debtor? Bills receivable debtor. Similarly in the books of drawing, first purchase transaction, purchase to creditor, and then creditor was converted to bills payable, creditor account debit to bills payable. Understood? Have you understood now? Have you understood? अरे बोलो yes no बोलो. If you will not say yes no, how can I understand? So I am now okay. Now let us come to some other concept of this chapter. So come to next point. What is the point number going on? Or leave point number. That is the concept. A renewal of bill. A renewal of bill. So what is the meaning of renewal of bill? Just try to understand. Suppose a bill was drawn on 1/4/2020 and suppose after 3 months there is a maturity date. So on this date, can is a drawer will present a bill to drawing, but on presentment it might happen that drawing is unable to pay, and she may request to draw another bill. Means she may require some extra period for payment. Are you getting what I am saying? Means initially what was the period? Then he want extra 2 months for payment of the amount. Quite possible. So on this date, what will do? Old bill will be cancelled. Old bill will be cancelled. And a new bill will be drawn. A new bill will be drawn. A new bill will be drawn. Are you getting what I am saying? New bill will be drawn. Suppose the amount of bill was 10,000. Correct. So guys, this new bill will be drawn for 10,000. Correct. Are you getting what I am saying? Plus interest for extra period, because some extra period is given for payment. So interest will be also recovered. Correct. So can you say plus interest for extended period, plus interest for extended period. Have you understood? Now how to calculate that interest, that we need to understand. How to calculate that interest, that we need to understand. This concept is known as renewal of bill. So on renewal of bill, old bill will be cancelled. Means for this will pass a dishonor entry. For this will pass a dishonor entry and new bill will be drawn. It is as simple as a bill has been drawn. So once again bill drawn entry. So can you see, it is as simple as dishonor of bill. So when I am saying cancelled, cancelled is nothing but dishonor. Dishonor of bill. So we'll pass a journal entry for dishonor of bill, that you know. Correct. And then a new bill is drawn. We will pass a journal entry for new bill drawn. Correct. That also we know. Only we need to understand how to calculate interest amount. So can I say interest amount will be calculated on outstanding amount. So first we need to find out what is the outstanding amount. Outstanding amount. So can I say outstanding amount will be the amount of old bill. Amount of old bill, bolo yes or no? Minus any amount paid on maturity date. It might happen the amount of old bill was 10,000, but out of 10,000 only 2,000 paid. Correct. The outstanding amount will be 8,000 then. Are you getting what I am saying? First we need to calculate outstanding amount. The amount of old bill minus amount paid on which date? On maturity date. It is quite possible that some amount is paid. If no amount is paid, then the amount of old bill will be the outstanding amount. Then we need to calculate interest on which amount? Outstanding amount. So we'll say outstanding amount multiplied by rate of interest. ROI means what? Rate of interest multiplied by extended period divided by what? Either 12 or 365. Understand what I am saying? Means if extended period is in terms of months, we will divide by 12. If extended period is in terms of days, we will divide by 365. That too you know now. Calculation of interest. Are you getting what I am saying? So this become formula to calculate interest. Understood. Means now we need to find out what is the amount of new bill. So what is the amount of new bill? Amount of new bill. Amount of new bill depend upon the information given in the question. Means you need to understand the information given in the question. Information change, amount of new bill will change. So add on case 1. When drawing pays nothing on maturity date. Correct. So can you say amount of new bill will be equal to amount of old bill plus what? Plus interest. Simple. Correct. Case 2. When drawee pays interest amount on the renewal of bill. Are you getting what I am saying? Means he has already paid interest amount. Then batao what will be the amount of new bill? Will be amount of old bill. Understood what I am saying? Amount of old bill only. Correct. Case 3. When drawee pays part payment of old bill, means some amount is paid, then amount of new bill will be what? Very good. Then is outstanding amount. Already we calculated outstanding amount plus what? Interest. So they may confuse you with the information given in the question. Read the question carefully. Have you understood this point? Have you understood this point? Correct. Then now, what will be the accounting treatment for interest? So can this interest become income of drawer and expense of drawing? So what will be journal entry in the books of drawer for this interest? It is recoverable from whom? Drawee. Drawee account debit to what? Interest income. Correct now. And what is the journal entry in the books of drawee? Interest income or expense? So it will become interest expense in the books of a drawee to what? Drawer. Understood? Bolo. Have you understood? Correct. I think you have understood. Can I take one question? Bolo. Come to illustration number 2. Illustration number 2. Vijay sold goods to Pritam on 1st September 2019 for rupees 1,06,000. Okay. Pritam immediately accepted a 3-month bill, acceptance of bill. On due date, Pritam requested a bill that the bill be renewed for a fresh period of 2 months. Vijay agreed, provided interest at a rate of 9% was paid immediately in cash. So interest was paid immediately in cash. To this, Pritam also agreed. Means what will be the amount of new bill? Amount of new bill will be equal to amount of old bill. Why? Because interest was paid immediately in cash. Are you getting what I am saying? The second bill was made on due date. Give journal entries in the books of Vijay and Pritam. Now, just try to understand. From examination point of view, now, in the journal entry, whenever they say it was made on due date, correct now? So we'll assume it is maturity date. Because normally it will be made on maturity date, not on due date. Are you getting? Means everyone, there is a sort of confusion from ICI question point of view. Suppose they ask you to calculate maturity date, then okay, you will calculate due date and then maturity date. If they ask you to calculate due date now, then also calculate due date and maturity date. Because normally they will ask you to calculate maturity date. So if they are asking due date, it means they want you to calculate what? Maturity date. In this chapter, which date is more important? Maturity date. So even though they are asking to calculate due date, also calculate what? Maturity date. First calculate due date and then write down maturity date. Let them decide which one is correct. But doubt will come in MCQ's question. Are you getting? If suppose they have given options, if they have given options, but they don't ask what MCQ's question. They will ask true or false or what? Question directly. They will not ask MCQ's question where? In exam. Are you able to understand what I am saying? So even though they are asking due date, calculate what? Maturity date. If they are asking maturity date, okay, thank you very much. Then you are calculating due date as well as maturity date. So doubt will come because they have given the second bill was made on due date. But can you see it will made on which date? Maturity date. So we'll read due date as what? Maturity date. Chalega? Yes, sir. So can we start? You will do, I will do. So can you see? Let us do journal entry in both books. They have asked journal entry in which books? Vijay and Pritham. Correct? In exam now, you should pass journal entry separately. Means Vijay separately, Pritham separately. Don't do in two columns. But in class we can do in two columns. Chalega. In exam do first books of Vijay, then books of Pritham. But in class we can do in two columns to save our time. अरे बोलना रे तो बताओ first what it is books of Vijay, then what? Pritham. Can we do in this way in class to save our time? But in exam, don't follow this technique. Huh? I don't know whether they will give marks or they will deduct marks for this. So don't take risk because this is actually not the correct way because both books are different, na? So books are different. So journal entries will be different. Correct, na? Yes, sir. So the books of Vijay. First, what is the date of credit sales? 1/9/2016. What journal entry in the books of Vijay? बोलो फटाफट. In the books of Vijay. Pritham account, don't say debtor, huh? Pritham account debit. DR means what? Debit. Why you call debtor? I don't understand why in your intermediate they call debtor. It is debit or debtor? Debit. Pritham account debit. That is a wrong pronunciation. Correct now? So Pritham account debit. Pritham account debit. Okay. To what? Sales. Amount 1,06,000. 1,06,000. बताओ. In the books of Pritham will do purchase entry. बताओ. What journal entry? Purchase account debit to what? Vijay account. Amount will be how much? 1,06,000. 1,06,000. You want me to write the narration? Narration you can write on the being goods sold, being goods purchased. चलेगा ना? Narration होगा, but in the exam if you are not writing narration they will deduct marks. हाँ? Narration is must. चलेगा? Then don't blame me if they deduct marks. Correct? Narration is homework. Correct. Then what is the date of drawing? Same date immediately. They have drawn the bill and accepted also. So what journal entry in the books of Vijay? BR. I am writing BR. You read them full. BR account debit to Pritham account 1,06,000 and 1,06,000. बताओ. In the books of Pritham, what journal entry? Vijay account debit to bills payable ना. Very good. Vijay account debit to bills payable 1,06,000. 1,06,000. Then on due date the bill was renewed. So first old bill will be cancelled. So old bill cancel means old bill dishonor. So dishonor entry. Correct? बोलना नहीं. Can you give me the maturity date? It is what is the tenure? So 3 will add here. 3 will add here. It will become 4th December 2016. Correct? The bill was dishonor. Bill was dishonor. What journal entry? Once again we'll recognize debtor and delete what? Bills receivable. So what journal entry बताओ? I will say reverse this journal entry. Simple ना? Pritham account debit to BR 1,06,000. 1,06,000. Are you getting? Means dishonor entry is what? This is nothing but debtor account debit to BR. Debtor account debit to BR. For Pritham what journal entry? Bills payable account debit to Vijay 1,06,000. 1,06,000. Correct. Understood. Then can is on the same date we'll recognize interest. We'll calculate interest. So what is the extended period? 2 months. So can you calculate interest for 2 months? What is the rate of interest given? 9%. So can you calculate interest amount? So interest amount become 1,06,000 into 9% into 2 by 12 is equal to 1,590. बताओ. What will journal entry? So it become interest income in the books of Vijay. Interest expense in the books of Pritham. Journal entry बताओ. So it is Pritham account debit to 1590. What journal entry in the books of Preetham? Interest expense. Simple, na? To what? Vijay. It means total amount receivable is now how much? Total amount receivable is what? How much? 1,06,000 plus 1590. But 1590 is paid in cash immediately. So on due date, on the same date, a new bill will be drawn and cash will be paid immediately. So for new bill drawn, what journal entry? For new bill drawn, once again same journal entry. It is BR to what? Debtor. Same journal. Bill drawn means same journal entry na. BR account debit to debtor. So what journal entry बताओ? BR account debit. Correct. With what amount? 1,06,000 plus interest or ignoring interest. So it will be 1,06,000 only. And how much cash paid immediately? Sorry, cash received immediately? 1590. To Preetham how much? The sum total of these two? Correct now? 107590. Have you understood this journal entry? Huh? Have you understood this journal entry? Huh? Can I say because this interest was debited to 159 debited to Preetham account 1590. It means Preetham is now debited with 1,07,590. So now if you have drawn bill and cash received, so Preetham will be credited with 1,07,590. Correct now? What journal entry in the books of Preetham? Vijay account debit how much? 107 to cash how much? 1590 to BP how much? 1,06,000. Correct. Have you understood? Now it is given that on due date of new bill it was paid. It was honor, sorry. So we need to find out the due date of new bill. So can you give me the due date of new bill? After adding 3 grace days. So can you say we'll add in this date now? So we'll add on 3 and 2 either. It become what? 7 Feb. So 7 Feb na? अरे बोलना रे 7 Feb. Very good. So 7 Feb 2000. Have you done something wrong? It is 19. 19 कर दो भाई. ठीक है, okay. Now okay. So it becomes 7/12 what? 7 Feb 20. What journal entry? Because it was honor. So cash account debit to be Anna. How much? 1,06,000 and 1,06,000. And here the amount is paid. So what journal entry? Bills payable account debit to cash. How much? 1,06,000. Understood? Bolo. Have you understood? Understood. Correct. Simple. Once again, practice required. Huh? This question I have done. You have not done. I have done to give you some comfort. Okay. So when I am doing, you are at comfort stage, but you require practice. चलेगा? Okay. So I hope this also you have understood. Renewable. I will take one more concept and then we'll wind up. ठीक है? For today बहुत हो गया. One more concept. Oh, but that concept is very. समझ जाओगे? But that concept time लेगा. सर का दूँ? Sir, I'll just give the preview. Then once again we'll discuss tomorrow. Correct ना? I don't want to much travel you. ठीक है ना? हो गया आज का. But it is very important concept known as noting charges. Noting charges in case of today I will just give the concept. So only listen. Noting charges in case of dishonor. Now you can write down whatever drawing, but I will not give the journal entries. Only I will give the concept of noting charges. So I just want that first you revise and come, then we'll extend this topic. Very simple concept, but have some concept behind it. So what is noting charges? One thing is clear: the noting charges in case of dishonor. Correct. Now normally what happens? Can I start? Correct. We have understood that there is one person Ram. Correct. And there is one person Sita. Means in my example Ram, Sita. So he was drawer. She is drawing. Correct. And Ram received an accepted bill from Sita. Now we have also understood that either Ram will hold the bill till maturity or Ram may endorse the bill to his creditor. Remember, huh? To Ravan means he is known as what? Endorsee. Correct. Or Ram may discount the bill with bank. So in this case, bank become the holder of the bill, or Ram is the holder, or Ravan may be holder. Correct. Now, whoever hold a bill will present a bill to Sita. That also you have understood. Means either Ram will present the bill, correct, or Ravan will present the bill, or I am saying, huh? Or bank will present the bill. If honor, thank you very much. If dishonor, if dishonor, then what will happen? If dishonor, And just by if dishonor, there can be two situations. If dishonor, even though dishonor, Sita may be a good person, but right now she has no money, then okay, correct now, correct. So Ram will say, okay, give me after 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, or whatever negotiated. Sita may be a good person. Dishonor does not mean Sita is not a good person. Are you getting what I am saying? Means when a party default, it does not mean he is a bad debtor. He may default due to many reasons. Right now I don't have money, but I will pay. I will pay now. Correct. So if dishonor and Sita accept it and Sita said okay, I'll pay, don't worry. Then okay. Then we know the journal entry of honor, dishonor that we have done. Agreeing. But sometimes what happens? He Sita dishonor and we have the information that she become bad person. Means something happened in this 3 months. 3 months में कुछ हो गया घटना घटा. Means when I have drawn the bill, that time Sita was good only. But during these 3 months, Sita divorced. Quite possible now. Now Sita will be not able to pay and she will always keep her liability. So this situation may come. Now just try to understand. Suppose let us assume Sita is a bad person. Sita is a bad person. And that information is with whom? Ram. Why? Of course, in market we know about our customers. We know about our suppliers. See what is the market condition of that person. Are you getting? Suppose I have sold goods to one of the customer in credit. So I'll get information from the market. What is the credibility of that person. From the market I will get the information. Because in market we have many person to inform us. Are you getting? So what I am saying, Sita might be a bad person. Now just try to understand what actually happened. If Ram present the bill and Sita dishonor, first case, understood? Correct. Then Ram will demand from Sita money and Sita is not paying. If Ravan present the bill to Sita and Sita dishonor, Ravan will recover from whom? Ram. And Ram will demand from whom? Sita. Correct. Means in this case also, who need to recover from Sita? Ram only. Are you getting what I am saying? Then, if bank present a bill to Sita and Sita default, bank will recover from whom? Ram. And Ram need to recover from what? Sita. Understood? Correct? Have you understood this much? Means in any case, Ram need to recover from Sita. This much you understood? Whether it is presented by Ram or it is presented by Ravan or it is presented by bank to Sita. Understood? Now, if suppose it happens and Sita said, I will not pay, what Ram will do? Batao. Filed a case. So Ram will file. Ravan will not file. Bank will not file a case against Sita. Ravan will say, I don't know Sita only, I know Ram and you need to pay to me. And Ram will pay to what? Ravan. So Ram will file a case against Sita. Now Ram filed a case against Sita. So Ram will come, Sita will come in court. Court will ask me, the judge will ask Ram, what happened? Ram will say that we presented a bill. Sita is not paying. So judge will also ask Sita also, na, what happened? Sita will says, bill was not presented to me. I was in home cooking the food. Nobody came. He's lying. Quite possible or not? Means, can I say he may escape her liability? She may escape her liability. Are you getting what I am saying? Means, in any case, there is no proof about this, whether the bill was presented at right time or not. Or Sita may say that I went to Pakistan, then he came. I was not only in the home, so how can I pay the amount? Means, in any case, she can escape her liability or not. And court will be confused. And what court will say? Arey, she will pay. Why you have came to me? Correct na? It might happen that in the court, judgment may be against what? Ram. Understood. Understood. Because there was no proof of presentment of bill. This much you understood? Have you understood this much? Have you understood this much? Therefore, what Ram will say? Now the story started. This much you understood? Now, because Ram knows about Sita position, so what Ram will do? Ki Ram will not go directly to Sita, because Ram knows Sita may dishonor, because he has the information about Sita from the market. So Ram will not go directly to Sita. Ram will go to one person who is known as notary. Who is known as what? Notary. Notary is nothing but a officer of court. Understood? So what Ram will say? Ram will say to the notary that you present the bill on my behalf. Understood what I am saying? So Ram will not go directly to Sita. Ram will give bill to whom? Notary. And notary will go on behalf of Ram. First thing you understood? This much you understood? Now, if the bill is held by Ravan, so Ram will inform Ravan, don't go directly. Are you able to understand? Because Ravan does not know about Sita. But Ram knows. So Ram will inform Ravan, don't go directly. Go via what? Notary. Are you able to understand? Similarly, bank will not go directly. Ram will inform what? Bank that go via what? Notary. Understood this point? This much you are able to understand what I am saying. Correct? So it means case if the bill is held by Ram, Ram is going to Sita not directly via what? Notary. Similarly, if bill is held by Ravan, Ravan is not going directly. Ravan is going to Sita via notary. Similarly, bank, if the bill is held by bank, bank is not going directly, but bank is going to Sita via notary. Understood? Now, in all case, who present the bill? Notary. If bill honor, thank you very much. Then okay now. Understood? But if bill is dishonored, normally in this case bill will be dishonored. Because we know the information, then only we go via what not to. And bill is dishonored. So bill is dishonored. What notary will do? Will no. Bank bill is dishonored. So notary has not collected any amount. So he will not give any amount to what? Ram, Ravan or what? Bank, as the case may be. But what he will do? He will write down that fact. He will write down that fact in a note. See, I went to Sita. Sita was not. Sita was available, but she has not paid the amount and signed it. And whatever noting is done, this noting will be given to whom? Either Ram or Ravan or bank, as the case may be. And for this service, what he will charge? He will charge some fees. That fee is known as what? Noting charges. Understood? Have you understood the concept of noting charges? Noting charges in case of dishonor. Concept over. I just like to ask some question. Once again, I will repeat the entire concept tomorrow. But I hope Thora Thora you have understood. Correct. My question to you all, everyone. When Ram hold a bill, who will pay noting charges? Ram. Correct. And in case of dishonor, Ram will recover from whom? So Ram will also recover noting charges from Sita. And the court will always decide in favor of Ram. कि देखो noting, this is the person of what? Court only. So court will rely on this noting. So he will win and he can recover from what? Sita. Understood? Once again. If Ravan went to Sita via notary, who pays noting charges? No, 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 Ravan. Because Ravan take the service, na? Who will pay noting charges? Ravan. Ravan will recover from whom? अरे समझो समझो स्टोरी समझो. One second. One second. If bill is held by Ravan, who take the service of notary? So who will pay noting charges? Ravan. But he will recover from whom? And Ram will recover from whom? Sita. Now understood? Now understood? Correct. Bank. Bank, so you understood. Bank understood. But I need to say, if bank went to Sita via what? Notary. Who pays noting charges? Who pays? But the bank will recover from whom? And Ram will recover from Sita. Concept over. Concept is this much. Correct? Understood? I hope you understood concept. So tomorrow once again we'll meet. We'll understand this noting charge. Believe me, this concept is very beautiful concept. You ask any of your friend, they will, whatever your friend is doing from anywhere, just ask what is noting charges. Just try to understand what answer you are getting. And if they are giving correct answer, okay, but 90% they will give wrong answer. If they are giving wrong answer, don't inform them. Huh? Correct now. This is a competitive market. We should not share our knowledge until unless some fees is received. So if you are sharing knowledge, first take what fees? फ्री में कुछ नहीं देना. फ्री में कुछ नहीं देना. पहले लेना फिर देना. Understood? Correct? Okay. So today this much only. Correct. We'll once again understand this topic tomorrow with a fresh mind, and then we'll do the journal entry, and then we'll try to complete this chapter tomorrow. Correct? But tomorrow extended time. Okay. I will not ask permission from you tomorrow. Okay. Thank you very much. We'll meet tomorrow. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Enjoy your remaining day.